Hi, my name is Samantha Burr, and today we're going to learn how to put the bassoon together, take it apart, and clean it. So first I'm going to go over what the names of each part is, so that when I'm talking you understand what I'm talking about. So this is the boot. This is the bottom of the bassoon. You can see it has two holes. One is larger than the other. This is for the long joint and the ring joint. Here you see that you have a notch to clip a harness on if you like playing with a harness. This is important to remember because it's always going to be facing you. Next, we have the long joint. This is the longest piece of the bassoon, obviously, long joint. Here you see that you have all your thumb keys. And these are always going to be facing you as well. And we have two corks, one cork here, and this cork that goes to the bottom. It's the smaller cork of the two, goes into the boot. Next we have our swing joint. There's an indent because it lines up perfectly with your long joint. And then here, once again, you see that you have all your thumb keys. And up here, you see that you have your pad for your whisper key. Once again, your thumb keys are going to be facing you. And then here, we have the bell. It's at the top of the instrument. You see here that you have one key. This is for your B flat key. This will interlock with a piece on your long joint. But this, with the name and the key, will be facing you. Alright, so first, we'll grab the boot. Once again, the harness piece faces towards you. And the E flat key and all of that faces. And then we have the long joint. So once again, the small cork goes into the boot. It goes into the larger hole of the boot. And there you go. You just twist it in. Pretty easy. Next, we'll grab the wing. We put it into the small hole. Some things to remember about putting in your wing joint. There is a lot of bassoons have a lock here at the bottom in the boot. This is to hold your whisper key down if you're playing a lot of really low notes. And it's something to watch out for because there is a little key sticking out at the end of your wing joint that lines up perfectly with that. Another thing to watch out for, you have a lock here at the top of the long joint, and it keeps the two pieces together. When you're putting it in, you don't want to hit it because it falls out very easily, falls off very easily, or can bend and you can't use it anymore. So you just push it in, and then you line up your lock it in. And here you want to make sure none of your keys, your thumb keys, are being smashed together, and you want to make sure that your lock is in, because if you're carrying it, sometimes the keys can come out. Right. Next, we're going to grab the bell. As I said before, there's a key right here, and you can see that the B flat key goes all the way up, and these two keys are going to interlock. That way, when you hit your B flat key, the key up here moves. And lastly, the vocal. Everyone has different vocals. I'm using an A1 Nussmann vocal. You can see here, there's a little hole on the side of the vocal, and we're going to want to line that up with the whisper key pad. That way when you close your whisper key, the hole is closed. It's a very small hole, but you want to make sure that it's completely covered. So, you have just successfully put your bassoon together. Now all you have to do, put your reed on the bassoon and remember your seat strap. I tend to use a seat strap that has a cup at the bottom. I feel like it's more secure. I like the leather material. It's thicker, it's more durable. And something else I like about this cup seat strap is there's Velcro at the bottom. I'm going to put my bassoon down on my stand so that I can show you. There's Velcro at the bottom of this strap so that you can adjust it to your bassoon. is very helpful when you're playing different bassoons, trying different bassoons. It's very helpful so that it's always very secure. So we don't need that today, so I'm just going to put that. Alright, taking apart the bassoon. You always want to take your bocal off first. Bocals dent very easily, so when you're walking around, you want to tend to hold your bocal or put it in the top of your bassoon. Hook it on the top of your bassoon when you're walking around. That way, if you bump into something, it does not dent. So, put that back in your case. And then we're going to take off the bell. For the bell, it's pretty easy to take apart. You can go all the way around. Just make sure your B flat key is not being pushed, because you will bend it and then you have to get it fixed. So you can twist all the way around if you want, but always grab above the B flat key and make sure the B flat key is not being pushed down. Push it all the way around, pull up. Pretty easy to take off. Next, you're going to want to take your long joint out. Always remember to unlock the two pieces first and put the clip in between the two knobs to hold it in place. When you're taking apart the long joint, always keep your hand towards the cork, and you can't twist all the way around because you will dent your keys, so you just twist ever so slightly side to side until it pops out. Pretty easy to take out. Next comes your wing and your boot. You can, once again, don't twist all the way around, slight movements, and it pops out pretty easily. These are the two parts that you're going to want to clean. So, I have two silks. One is a smaller silk, and the other one is a little bit larger. I get silks that are different colors, so that it's pretty easy for me to tell them apart. So my small one is red, and my large one is gray. I recommend these two silks. They clean very well, they dry very easily, and overall it just goes really well through my bassoon. On the red silk, the smaller silk, we're going to have a weight on one end. This weight goes in the bottom of the wing joint, and you feed it through. Sometimes it does get stuck when it gets towards the top because it is such a small hole. So you just keep feeding it through until it goes through the hole. Sometimes it takes a lot of tries. Sometimes it takes one try. So your weight is through. You pull it through. Let's get it all out. It does feel like it gets stuck. It's just really tight, and that's okay. It gives a really good clean. Just tug a little bit harder. Now you can put your wing joint away. When cleaning up your silks, I just fold in half and then fold in half again and wrap up. And then when I get home, I tend to take them apart again so that they can dry out, because I don't want them getting moldy. They dry pretty quickly. So I just remember, when you get home, unfold them and let them dry out. Next, you're going to take your long and thick silk, the gray silk. Bottom of this silk has a little tiny ball. This is going to be really helpful when you're cleaning the boot. This silk is only used for the boot because it will get stuck in any other piece, and then you have to send it to get pulled out, and it can do a lot of damage to those parts. So once again, large hole, small hole. You're going to put the ball in the large hole, and then you put your boot on the side, and you can hear the ball rattling in there, and you'll kind of feel when it goes through, and then you just flip it over and it comes right out the other side. And you just pull it through. It will feel a little tight. Once again, it's just to get a good clean. You just tug a little bit harder if it gets stuck. And you can put your boot away, and once again, fold your silk, fold it again. You can fold it as many times as you want. I usually fold it twice. Wrap it up so that it doesn't get tangled, and it's really easy to take apart. And then once again, let it dry when you get home. And you put your teeth strap in there. And now you have successfully put the bassoon together, taken it apart, and cleaned it. And then you just close up your case, and you're good to go. Thanks for watching.